Sam Talbot came home to Miller's Crossing with hope still flickering inside him. Weak, bruised, stitched together by mercy and luck, but alive. He'd survived the jungle, the fever, the silence. He'd survived being forgotten. And now, for the first time in months, he was standing on his own front porch. But the look in his mother's eyes told him the truth before anyone spoke a word. She stepped forward as if unsure whether he was real. Her hands touched his face, like someone testing a memory. She didn't cry at first. She just held him, with the terror that comes from losing something once and knowing you could lose it again. His father stood behind her, trying to be strong, but Sam saw his chest shudder underneath the effort. Grief had carved deep lines into him, the kind left by months of believing your son was dead. And Ben stood in the hallway, frozen, hands in his pockets, eyes on the floor, like he didn't know whether to welcome his brother home or apologize for something he hadn't even said out loud yet. Sam tried to smile. He tried to cross the room and pull Ben into a hug. But when their eyes met, Ben flinched, and something inside Sam cracked. Historically, families of recovered MIAs often described the reunion as joy tangled with fear. The soldier had changed, the family had changed, and the months that separated them felt like years of silence no one knew how to fill. Sam sat at the dinner table that evening, surrounded by people who loved him and felt utterly alone. His mother kept touching his arm between sentences, as if afraid he might vanish again. His father kept trying to speak, but couldn't shape the words, and Ben barely spoke at all. It didn't take long for Sam to notice the ring on Emily's hand when she arrived later that night. She stood in the doorway, hands trembling, eyes wide with disbelief and guilt. She whispered his name like a prayer she didn't deserve to say. Sam reached for her. She stepped back. Not far, just enough. Just enough for the truth to settle between them like dust in the lamplight. When he finally managed to speak, his voice didn't sound like his own. Ben, you never got the call. It wasn't loud. It wasn't angry. It was a wounded whisper, the kind that hurts more because of how quiet it is. Ben closed his eyes. He didn't argue. He didn't explain. Because what explanation exists for surviving when someone else didn't? The Talbots tried to smooth things over. Small talk, gentle smiles, hopeful distractions. But Sam could feel the fracture widening inside him. He'd imagined coming home to the life he left behind. But the life he left behind hadn't waited for him. He went to his old room that night and found it different. Tidy, dusted, the bed freshly made as if for a guest. His guitar was in the corner, but it felt like it belonged to the boy he once was, not the man sitting on the edge of the mattress with the jungle still humming in his ears. Soldiers describe this feeling often, coming home to a place that no longer fits. A house that remembers you, but doesn't recognize you. Sam lay awake for hours, listening to the quiet of a town that had continued living while he was fighting just to stay alive. He could hear Ben move down the hallway. He could hear Emily's voice as she left the porch. He could hear his parents whispering through the thin walls. And somewhere beneath all of that was the bitter truth he wasn't ready to say aloud. He survived the war only to lose the life he fought to return to. The boy who went to Vietnam had come home, but he didn't belong anywhere in the life that waited for him. In Miller's Crossing, Sam Talbot wasn't a soldier, or a hero, or even a returning son. He was a ghost, and the world he loved had learned how to live without him.